Sharon Armstrong. I've been teaching how to use Stampin' Up! Products for over 20 years. I love teaching how to use our products. I love being creative with them, and then I love sharing that creativity with you. It just helps you it makes your life easier when I can help you with some measurements and supplies used and all of that. So today's video, we're gonna be making this card. And I think you will find that the Tropical Chic bundle is just way too much fun to play with. You're gonna love having all the different options and all the different ideas that I will give you. So make sure you stay tuned and watch the video so that you can find out what I'm talking about. So thanks for watching. The Tropical Chic bundle is fabulous. I get giddy when I start playing with it. I love any stamp set that has images and sentiments. To me, you can't go wrong. Then when you pair it up with the framelits, oh yeah, now we're talking. I love, love, love this. So I wanted to point out that on some of the leaves, or on the leaves, you can either cut out the outside of the leaf only, or you could cut out the inside. And this makes it so much fun for layering. We're gonna do one of the layering tricks on this video, and I'm gonna give you a tip about this one. Now, on my instructions, I tell you to cut a 3" by 3". When I made my card, let me show you the card. When I made my card, I went back and I measured it. But when I kept looking at it, it is a little hard to cut around it smaller. So I'm gonna teach you a trick that I figured out. You know, we learn as we go sometimes, and that's what I wanna share with you today. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off, have it ready. Now, I have already pre-cut all my pieces, but I do want to teach you some of the stamping of the leaves and how to get some of the different looks. So I have my Granny Apple Green. And I'm going to use this one. If you will ink it up, stamp, and then stamp again, you can cut out, let me show you, just the outside and just the inside, which is what I did here. Can you see that there's another piece there? That's what I did. Okay, so that's one trick. Another trick is to do the same thing with the bigger leaf and do the same thing. Where's my little piece I had? So when I cut out just using the lighter color, that's what I get. So then you can layer it so well on here. Isn't that pretty? It's just so fun. So I wanted to share a couple of little tips with you on that. Now, I told you I would share a tip about this. So when you take this, because you're gonna need a piece of white to go underneath, all right? What I figured out is it's almost just as easy, because this won't cut around, to just go ahead and use your snips and cut it. That way it's easier for you to line it up when you actually cut out the next layer. And let me show you. So I'm gonna do this. I did the same thing with the designer series paper. I just laid it on there, cut around it. And I know it's really hard on the video, but I'm gonna try to show you side by side. So this does end up being a little bit smaller. And if you can understand what I'm trying to say, the framelit, there's a thin line right there. The framelit actually comes within that 3 by 3. But if you'll just go ahead and trim the paper first and then cut it out, you don't have to worry about being perfect on all sides, which is what I struggled with. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, please leave me a comment and I will try to go into it more. But yeah, and anytime you want to leave comments below, I love that, because then I know if I'm not clear or if something didn't make sense or whatever. So, or if you just love the video, that makes me really happy when I get those comments. Let's talk about the designer series paper that I used for this card. So I used the Tropical paper. This is the 6x6. By the way, if you are watching this video during the month of July of 2018, Stampin' Up! Has a deal that if you purchase 3 packs of designer series paper, it can be the 12x12s, but you can't purchase any that say specialty papers, okay? There is a list of ones that you can't buy. Anything that says specialty pretty much. If you buy 3 packs, you get 1 free. Whoa, that's a good deal. So, but the 2 pieces that I used for this card are these 2. So this piece is my background, and then this piece is my layer, okay? 2 pieces. Love it. I'm going to take and just mat. By the way, all of the instructions are included in a ton of PDFs. There is a group of stampers, we all got together and are offering PDF tutorials to anyone who purchases this bundle, okay? It's pretty cool because sometimes, I know I'm really guilty of this. I'll see a card made with a stamp set and I order the stamp set. And then I go, now what? Now, I made that card that I saw that I fell in love with, but now what? So when we can offer you additional instructions for other ideas, that just helps your dollar go further, because when you can use a stamp set more than 5 to 10 times with different ideas, it pays for itself. So don't just buy a stamp set, make 1 card, and put it on the shelf. Using my silicone mat again to protect my work surface, I'm just going to add some multi-purpose glue on all the edges. Layer this. Move this out of the way. Over my Whisper Wet layer. And you know, I'm touching this and I'm getting glue, it's just a tacky glue, a little bit of hand sanitizer, and I can keep on working and not have to stop the video or anything like that. It's way cool. I'm gonna set this aside, bring in my piece of the pink designer series paper, and I'm using Blushing Bride ink and just this little line image, stamping across the bottom. Grab a piece of scrap paper to protect my work surface on that last little bit. Just gives it a little bit and just uses more stamps in the set. I can go ahead and add this to my greeny apple green card base. And of course, got to add some dimensionals. The other fun thing with this bundle is it allows you to do lots of layering, and that's always, it just gives it different depth and just makes it more eye-appealing, I think. And then decide which way you want the leaves to go. Doesn't really matter. Center that on the card. Now for our leaves. I showed you how to do some of the stamping, and I've already cut out all the leaves for the sake of the video. Turning them all over because I want dimensionals. I have dimensional on one flower. cut out all those pieces and then have them ready to go to make my cards. I'm gonna go ahead and stamp the sentiment. Now this guy's pretty skinny, so we're gonna have to bring in our, he doesn't get dimensionals. He's just gonna get some liquid glue. He's the only one that's gonna be flat. I did figure out, because he's so skinny, to put him in an envelope, you kind of need to make sure those tips have some adhesive on them, because it really is easy to catch in the envelope. Speaking from experience, time to layer our card. The first one I'm going to do is my biggest one. We're going to put him up at the top, about right there. Then we're going to bring in our skinny guy. Let's see if I can pick him up. And add him about right there. Bring in this guy. We're going to put him right there. And once I did that, I was like, oh, it's all the same color green. That's why I went and brought in a little bit lighter. Put that right in the center. Kind of starts bringing in this background of green. As far as our sentiment goes, oh, we got a mess going on. I learned something the other day, and I want to share it with you. I've always used the banner triple punch to do my tail, but recently this punch came into our line, and guess what? You can do a banner with this too. I'm going to see where my words are, and then I'm going to back it off, and then I'm going to squeeze it, and then I'm going to punch. Look at that. Does the same thing as this. If you have this punch and not this punch, you are in luck. Grab another dimensional, of course. We're actually going to put 2 on. Once again, if you purchase this bundle from my website, and that information is below, I will send you a PDF tutorial with 10 to 12, maybe more. I mean, I'm having so much fun playing with this bundle of ideas for you to use this bundle with. Some of them take that designer series paper, but not all of them. So don't feel like you have to buy the paper, but the paper's on sale during July. I'm gonna add this one. Oh, I know what I did. I brought this leaf up a little bit and put the flower there. Then we have one more flower, and I'm gonna add some snail to that. And we're gonna put it right there. How fun! Pretty cool, right? I hope that you will get this bundle and have as much fun with it as I am. Don't you just love that designer series paper? It's just so much fun. This card, all of the instructions to it, will be included in the PDF tutorial that I mentioned in the video. You're gonna get like 10 to 12. I don't know, I'm still making cards, so I may even add to that. I wanna make a side note, if you're watching this video during July 20th through July 27th of 2018, I will be on a cruise ship, so it'll be a little hard for me to send you the PDF. So if you'll be patient with me, I'll get that to you as soon as I get my land legs back. So thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to spend it with me.